Hey guys, it's me. It's Ephraim. I know some of you guys are still getting to know who I am, and so you might see a face on the screen right now and not really know me very well. But I'm wanting to start doing something for you guys, putting this out at least on Wednesdays, and kind of get us into the routine of at least seeing and having something going on Wednesday nights. As you may or may not know, right now my wife Jennifer and I are in quarantine. We both did test positive for COVID-19. We are feeling just fine. The only effects that we've had is kind of the lack of smell and taste, and mine was only gone for a couple of days. I got to enjoy Thanksgiving. It came back before we started having that meal. Other than that, I've had a little cough here and there, but nothing else. Jennifer's had a bit of a headache the last couple of days, but nothing else really as far as symptoms of COVID. So we are doing just fine. We're feeling great, but we are in quarantine at least until the first part of next week. Jennifer will go back to school on Monday, go back to teaching or doing her thing at school. And I'll be back in the office on Tuesday, trying to get things going that way. I really don't know yet what's going to happen as far as the rest of the year goes, as far as getting together to meet. But I'm hoping that we get to somehow, some way begin to meet together in person, begin the ministry that we're wanting to do here in Idalou. But I wanted to put something out so that way you can kind of get to know me a little bit, hear my heart about some things. And just being able to share with you just a short little video of some things that are going on, and some of the things that I want to be able to share with you. Today I wanted to share with you just one of my favorite verses. I'm just going to take a couple of minutes and just read to you a couple of verses and share with you just a little bit about those. For the longest time, way back, I can remember these two verses have kind of been a sort of life verse for me, and it's Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all of your heart and do not rely on your own understanding. Think about him in all your ways and he will guide you down the right paths." You know, in the midst of all this COVID stuff, the midst of everything that's going on, all the uncertainty, all the let's make plans and then those change that's probably the hardest thing for me. But trying to figure out how to do what we're doing, how to do ministry, how to do life, how to do sports, how to do school, making some of those decisions that need to be made, but still worry about whether or not they're going to happen because of COVID. This verse just kind of reminds me that we just need to trust in God, just rely on him. Even in the midst of the chaos that we've been going through, God is in control. He always will be. He always has been. And he simply wants us to rely and to trust on him. And allow him to direct our steps, allow him to set those paths out in front of us, and to see where he takes us and what he wants to do with us and through us. You know, I've learned over the years that my plans don't always come together. My plans don't always happen the way that I want them to. And so in the midst of that, as I look back on some of the things that God has brought me through, even in the midst of crisis and even in the midst of some really hard struggles in life, I can still see now God's hand working me through that and leading me to where I am now. And so even in the midst of all this COVID stuff, you know, as we work through this and as we get past this eventually, we will begin to look back and be able to see God's hand and his providence in all of this stuff. But in the midst of that, we've got to remain patient and we've got to allow God to direct our steps. We got to rely on him and not so much on ourselves. You know, guys, when we moved here about 6 weeks ago now, we were excited and we are excited about being able to start a new ministry here in Idalou. And we're excited to get to know you guys and to meet more students and to meet people in our community, to get involved in the schools and get involved in all the community activities and the things of the church and all that kind of stuff. And everything seems to have been put on hold since we've been here. But all I can do is continue to pray. Continue to rely and allow God to work and allow him to move. And in his timing, we will begin and we will get started. And I look forward to seeing the great things that God is going to do. I look forward to seeing the things that God is going to do in your life and what God's going to do in this ministry that we have here, and how he's going to help us to be able to reach your friends and to share the gospel and to spread the kingdom here in Idalou. You know, I love teenagers. I love working with you guys. I love being able to be part of your lives and being active in what's going on. Frustrated me today because I looked out across the way and Chris is over there having lunch with a few of you guys, and I don't get to go over there because I'm stuck in the house in quarantine. And so I look forward to the opportunities that we're going to have to be able to get to know each other and be able to hang out and build some of those relationships that way. But more importantly, I look forward to seeing what God's going to do and what God's going to do in the lives of these students. So here's my challenge to you. During this time, my challenge to you is that you spend time in the scriptures and you spend time praying. Pray that God will work and he will work his plan. And that we'll be patient to see that, and we'll be patient to notice that, and to walk that way, and to do what he has us to do. God's got some big plans. He's got some great things in store for Idalou, for First Baptist Church Idalou, First Baptist Church Youth Ministry, for your friends, for your life, and begin to pray that God would show us what that is, and that God would begin to work in our hearts to lead us down the right path, that he would prepare us so that when that time comes, we're ready to hit the ground, running. Because I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. And I hope that you will be a part of that. I know right now on social media, I don't have a whole lot of followers here on our Facebook page, or even on some of the other platforms. So I would hope that you would take this and you would tag people in it, so they can come and they can join some of the things that we're doing through our Facebook page, the First Baptist Church Youth Ministry page, also the Instagram page that we have, that's the First Baptist Student Ministry page there. And so that way you guys can get plugged in, know what's going on, be able to hear some of these things, and be able to be a part of what we can do here at First Baptist Church Idalou within the youth ministry. We got some big plans for the youth room and some things going on. We got some plans and ideas of things we want to do in the future whenever we get the opportunity to, and I hope that you will become and be a part of that. I did say that you might have a chance to win a prize, and so what I want you to do is I want you simply to comment. This is for Idalou people. I want you to comment on any of these platforms, and just tell me what my verses were that I read to you today, and you will be able to get a $5 gift card, not to Burger King. That's what I've been told, but somewhere else, and we'll get you those $5 gift cards as soon as we possibly can. But comment on this, just the verse that I used today, one of my favorite verses. And I hope to be able to get with you guys again sometime soon. Know that we love you guys and we are praying for you during all of this, and hope to be able to see you guys again very, very soon. All right. See you guys later.